Hi, welcome to another story of the journey with a shaman. I wanted to welcome you back. Today is January 30th, 2023, and the temperature's all the way up to 2 degrees today. Anyways, wanted to continue my story about where I left off in my awakening and my journey to being a shaman. What I'll go into is I did a lot of work also into the parish part of things in the Catholic Church. I started getting involved with different community projects and committees, and the stuff that everybody does. And uh, some of those little projects I took on myself to help others. I started the welcoming committee that greets new parishioners. They kind of go out, they look for new parishioners, introduce them, welcome into the church itself. We have greeters to meet them. So I kind of helped get a committee to get that set up. And there are some other things that I've done. When I was training, when I was considering the diaconate or going through the discernment process of a deacon, I got involved with a lot more stuff. My first thing into the parish council was kind of rocky. What I mean by that is I went in there with with an agenda. One of the things, we have an old church. I mean, this thing is over 200 years old. It was built by hand from settlers, the Dutch settlers that moved here. They cut the limestone right out of the river, and that's what they built the church out of. And it's a beautiful building, and I'll probably do a video about it around that church. But anyways, I got involved with that quite a bit, and it's a parish of about 8,000 families total now involved in that. That's way too many. I think there's 8,000 people, 8,000, I think there's like 2,000 families. I don't know where I got the 8,000 from. But it's about 2,000 families are involved with this community. So it's quite extensive and quite big. But when I got involved with the parish council, what I did is I went in there because actually I set a meeting up. Deliberately called a meeting for myself for a presentation I wanted to give because I observed in our church that there's no place for anybody in wheelchairs. Or if you're a walker or whatever, the pews were nice. But it wasn't designed for that. It wasn't required, and because of the age of the building, they couldn't do much. Because it's a historical site. But anyways, one of the suggestions I thought, we could do is there's a section of this pew we could just cut out, and then that would fix everything. And so what I did is I did all the work. I got hold of the grounds guy in charge of the grounds, explained to him what my idea was, what it would take to cut that pew in half and set it up as another area, but so people could move in there with walkers, and especially those with wheelchairs and stuff. There's a place for them because otherwise they're standing in the hallway. People go up for the communion, they go sit back down. The people in the wheelchairs or with their walkers are in the way. And who wants to be in the way? So I presented my case to the parish council. And as I was talking, one of the people said, well, we don't have that many handicapped people in our community. Do we have to warrant this kind of expense? I said, oh my God, are we this arrogant that we believe we have no special needs people in our community or anyone in wheelchairs that we have to look at to make them feel welcomed in our own church? Are we that arrogant in our narrow perspective of Christianity? Well, that one didn't go over real well. But I got down, they started talking about it, and and then as they were hemming and hawing, I got to the next meeting, and they were still hemming and hawing about it. I said, fine. I got the building guy come up and says, what's what I want to do? Parish is dragging their feet. We need to get this done. So I came up with a sawzall. I cut the pew in half, cut the section out. Then I, parish council, And I said, where were you guys at with your decision? Well, we're not ready with our decision yet. We have to go by system. I said, well, I already got it. We need to get in building inspector. We have to get the measurements. We have to go. I said, well, I already got it done. You guys are taking too long. This is now the third month. If you want the other half of the pew, it's in the garage. I already cut it off and I set the area up, so now it's ready. So anything else you want to start with? And then they said, well, you can't do that. I said, why? I already did it. And then they said, well, I said, no, look at this. You guys, I went long as I'm in this meeting. Right now I have the floor for another 10 minutes. I chewed them out for how they've been dragging the feet for a priest residence. For 20 years, they were dragging their feet on this, getting measurements, getting buildings, blah, 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 blah. And they just aren't doing the work. And I'll tell you in the next video how I got that going. And actually that connected also to having the whole parish, the whole building renovated. Because I started out with cutting the pew in half. And that little left gesture started a whole domino that got other people moving, and that changed the entire, and we did a complete renovation of the whole building. Stuff that they've been talking about for 30 years got done. They gave me credit for most of it. I really didn't even, I may have carried stuff, but I really wasn't in charge of anything. All I did is I get people off their butts and say, do this, come on. But see, that's what a shaman does. They don't really build a community, but they do. They're the reason for the community. They're the ones that brought it together. But then the community builds, and they go, okay, you guys are on your own. That's kind of what I do. But I kind of chuck them up, you know. But I want to cut this. I'm going to leave this video here because the next part of this is, I think, a good story too, and how that all came about and what happened with that renovation. It was a beautiful thing, and it's a neat story. So I'm gonna let you guys go here. Remember to subscribe, like. I've got some new content coming. I'm excited to doing. I've got some technical assistance from Alien Guru, who is setting me up with a good system. I'm looking forward to doing that. To be doing live. I'll be able to do live chats as I'm doing live presentations. My video content can be improved. I don't have to worry about running out of time, which I'm doing now because I'm more worried about the time. Because if I go over 12 minutes, it takes a full day for this to load. I don't want to take that long. So, but you're worth it. I'll tell you that, you're all worth it. So I'm going to let you go here. I just want to wish you my peace, love as always. Remember, God loves you. I love you. And I think you guys are adorable in every way. And I can't wait to meet as many of you as I can. Again, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Or something you'd like me, or you have a little concern about something I said didn't quite make sense. Whatever we can. Have peace, love you, and I keep wanting to see that. Bye now.